You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, these are the morning headlines for Thursday, April 16th. The United States says it is ready to resume military action against Iran at a moment's notice. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs says American forces can return to combat on immediate notice.
The unprecedented effort by America's joint force during Operation Epic Fury set the conditions for this ceasefire. And as the Secretary said, I'd like to emphasize during this pause that the United States joint force remains postured and ready to resume major combat operations at literally a moment's notice.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the U.S. now controls the Strait of Hormuz and will keep its naval blockade in place as long as needed. He warns Iran that Washington is watching its military movements closely. He also says the U.S. is prepared to strike Iran's energy industry if Tehran refuses a deal.
We are locked and loaded on your critical dual-use infrastructure, on your remaining power generation, and on your energy industry. We'd rather not have to do it, but we're ready to go at the command of our president and at the push of a button.
The blockade now applies to all ships entering or leaving Iranian ports. Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane says 13 vessels have already been turned back after trying to cross the blockade line. The stated goal is to increase both military and economic pressure on Iran as negotiations continue. There is also a new report on a major U.S. military loss in the Gulf. CNN says the U.S. Navy lost an MQ-4C Triton surveillance drone last Thursday. Flight tracking data show the aircraft took off from Sigonella in Sicily, flew over the Strait of Hormuz, then rapidly descended after losing contact with its ground operator. The drone later disappeared from radar over the Persian Gulf. The Navy confirms it was lost. There is no indication it was shot down. The aircraft is one of the most expensive unmanned systems in the American fleet, with an estimated cost of about $240 million. Along Israel's northern front, tensions remain high. Rocket fire from Lebanon triggered alerts in Kiryat Shmona, Metala, and nearby communities. A vehicle in Kiryat Shmona was hit directly and caught fire. In Lebanon, reports say Israel is demanding continued control of a security zone in the event of a ceasefire. Lebanese government sources say a second round of talks with Israel is expected soon. Lebanese President Joseph Aoun says an Israeli withdrawal from Lebanese territory is a basic condition for securing a ceasefire and restoring full state authority along the international border. Lebanese reports also say Israel has struck the Qasmiya Bridge. A senior Lebanese security source tells Reuters the strike destroyed the last bridge connecting southern Lebanon to the rest of the country and left no possibility of repair. Another Lebanese report says President Aoun told U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio that he will not speak with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In Iran, there is a sign of limited recovery after weeks of wartime disruption. For the first time in 46 days, Internet access is being restored. Iranian users report they can once again use Google's search engine. The energy impact of the wider conflict is growing. In an interview with the Associated Press, the head of the International Energy Agency warns Europe may have only about 6 weeks of jet fuel left if oil supplies remain blocked. He says flight cancellations could begin soon if the disruption continues. In Washington, the U.S. Senate rejected an effort to halt arms sales to Israel. The resolutions failed, though more than 36 Democrats supported the attempt, signaling growing dissent within the party over Israel's wars in Gaza, Iran, and Lebanon. The Wall Street Journal reports the Pentagon is also reaching out to major American manufacturers, including automakers, about boosting weapons production. According to the report, officials are exploring whether commercial companies can help expand output of missiles, drones, and other military systems as prolonged conflicts strain U.S. stockpiles. Back in Israel, the High Court issued an order defining the powers of National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir over police appointments. The court says he may advance sensitive appointments only on the recommendation of senior police leadership and with the Attorney General updated. It also bars him from commenting on police use of force against civilians, including ongoing investigations. The parties are ordered to update the court by May 3rd on whether they have reached a new principles agreement. And in sports, Israel opened the European Judo Championships with a medal. 18-year-old Yitzhak Ashpiz wins bronze in Tbilisi after a strong run in the under 60-kilogram division, including a dramatic victory over a Turkish opponent who refused the customary handshake. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 0.1% in early Thursday trading. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.